Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, nice, quick, fast, easy install. And I wanted to follow up on one of the videos I made a little bit ago talking about hardwiring the radar detector into the S650 Mustang here. We used their little USB port right by the mirror last time. However, it didn't allow for accessory power, meaning that every time I got out of the car, I had to manually unplug the radar detector, so that way there was no more power going to it. Otherwise, it would essentially just drain the battery, right? So that is what we're going to be correcting today. So let's jump right into it. So if you watched my last video where we installed the blend mount on the S650, we also used this cable that hooked into the USB, and essentially it's a 5 volt to 12 volt. And that was what was powering our Uniden R8 radar detector. Well, this does not give you accessory power access, so that means that the radar detector essentially stays on the entire time, no matter if the car is on or off. So that doesn't work because I for sure will forget to unplug this, and it's just not a good experience. I don't want to end up trying to get back in my car after I drive somewhere and the battery's dead. So that idea kind of goes out the door. But today we are going to be installing, well, just one of these. But essentially, this is a hardwire kit that wires into the mirror tap. And I believe we're going to be accessing the wiper sensor, so we can get power and ground there. It shuts off with accessory power. So I'm going to be walking you guys through the process of how we do that the best of my ability. Granted, it's kind of in a tight spot, so let's go ahead and take a look. Inside of the car, we got the rear view mirror here just kind of positioned down and out of the way as much as possible. But we're going to be taking off this whole plastic covering that controls all those sensors, and directly behind this panel, I think there should be a way to tap into power or to that accessory power, so we don't have to worry about unplugging the radar detector every time we get out of the car. So I'm just going to grab a couple pry tools and start working my way slowly, trying to remove this thing without breaking any of the clips. That little trim piece is off. Basically, there's just these 4 yellow clips, 2, 3, 4, and then this center part is just kind of held on there with those little tabs. So this is relatively easy to get out, but it's easier to take the whole big piece out and then, or to get all these unclipped and then move on to that piece. Then you can kind of adjust the mirror and be able to slide this out from the back. So also, it's important to note that if you have tint on your windshield, just be very careful, because obviously you don't want to mess that tint up. But let's jump into the next step. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do, now that we have that panel all removed, we're going to be unplugging that clip, and then that should be where we can go ahead and tap into power. I believe the power is the white wire, and then the ground is the black wire, so I'm going to get removing that now. This is what it looks like with the wire tapped all in there. Again, we have the red in the white, and then the black to the black cable. I know it's kind of hard to see here, but black, black, red, and white. So now we'll go ahead and plug that connector back in and do a little test and see if it works. Now the kit that you can buy, I'll link it down below in the description for these off Amazon. They're like, I don't know, maybe 15 bucks, but you get 3 different sizes, right? So these, essentially these guys come in different sizes, and you just kind of want to use the smaller one. Again, there's 3 sizes. So this is another one here. Just depends. They send you a couple different versions of it, but like I said, it's only 14 bucks, 15 bucks, somewhere around there. So let's get this plugged back in and see if we can test the radar detector and see if it goes on and off with accessory power. Got that guy all back and connected, have it hooked up to the radar detector. Let me go ahead and hit this start button. Sorry, doing it one-handed. But there you go. Comes right on with the accessory power. And then if we shut it back off, the radar detector then turns off. So this is exactly what we want. Now we don't have to worry about unplugging this dang thing every time we get out of the car. Got all the plastic trim pieces back buttoned up, and you'll see there I just tucked the wire back behind the actual stem of the mount, or stem of the rear view mirror. So that is kind of what we're working with there. So this will just connect right into the radar detector, and we should be good to go from there. We are fully installed now, and I want to thank a guy by the name of, he goes by Interstellar. He's on the Mustang 7G forums, and he kind of did some pictures and walked through how to do this, but I just wanted to make a video for people that like the video-based content. But he also recommended with this blend mount to go ahead and remove this middle part, because it just makes it like super tight to that mirror. Whereas obviously if we had this on there, it would be, you know, a lot lower. So I think that this looks way better. It keeps it nice and tucked to the mirror there. And then again, if we go ahead and turn this guy on, it turns on just fine. If we turn power off, it turns off just fine as well. So I'm so glad we have this solution. It looks so much better. And I just tucked that wire underneath that clip, and you can see where it comes down right underneath the mirror right there, the stem, and then tucks it underneath that mount, and then just right into the radar detector. But it looks really, really good. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. That's going to do it for today's video. Nice, quick, easy install for those of you that want to be able to hardwire your radar detector. It could be something besides a radar detector too. If you wanted to put a dash cam in there, you could do that with the same method that we did in today's video. Otherwise, if you wanted to run a dash cam 24 hours, it's probably best to just run it through a fuse and then to the battery. But that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you got any value out of today's video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and we'll catch you on the next one.